Accutron watches use a unique back design. The back doesn't screw in like on most watches. Instead, it just sits down on the back and then a screw-in retaining ring holds it in place. I've loosened the retaining ring here, so we can take that off, and then we can lift the back off. And you can see the gasket I used before came off with the back, and you can see it's thinner than the newer ones we're going to use. And then I've got my homemade spacer here I need to take out, which I made from a piece of thin cardboard. And it's stuck in the threads. There we go. Now, let's get one of our new gaskets. We'll lay it in place. That fits in there very nicely. It seems to me that it ought to be bigger in diameter though, because it still wants to overlap some of the mechanical parts here, which I don't like. So this may not even be the right size either, but the other 218 gasket I used before was also smaller in diameter like this. See it? Well, it's gonna go over the top of this metal ring down here. Now maybe that's what it needs to go against anyway. So this might be okay. Just want to make sure it doesn't push down on the tuning forks or anything. Okay, let's put the back on now. Off camera, I torqued down the back of it with my spanner wrench to get it nice and tight. And so now we need to turn it over and see if it's working. I want to make sure that the movement hasn't stopped working and that it's not going to make any noises when we turn it over like it did in the first video when I put in the thinner gasket. So let's flip it over here and look, and there we go. It's running. It's not making any noise. It's working perfectly. So that is the correct gasket for this one. The gasket that I used for this is part number G868, and that's the wider gasket. The gasket that I had used the last time, which you can see is thinner, is part number G780. And the G780 is the regular Accutron 218 gasket for most 218 movement watches. And this wider gasket I think is used for the larger cases, which are characterized by having a wider retaining ring. This retaining ring is a lot wider than that used on most of the smaller Accutron watches. So if you have the narrower retaining ring, you're probably going to need the regular G780 gasket, and if you have the wide retaining ring like this one has, you'll need the G868. So there we go, it's working perfectly.